Hey viewers, welcome to African Tales by Affy. Please kindly click the subscribe button to get notified for more amazing stories. The airport was noisy and full of people, with rolling suitcases and voices echoing off the tall walls. Clara sat quietly by the large windows, reading a little book she carried everywhere. She was on her way home after a long day of job interviews. None had gone well, and her shoes were pinching her feet. Suddenly, over the airport loudspeaker came a crackly voice. Flight 87 to Willowdale delayed by 2 hours. Clara sighed. Just my luck. She looked around and noticed something. A tired elderly woman with silver hair stood nearby, clutching a cane, looking for a place to sit. Every seat was taken. Without a second thought, Clara stood up. "Ma'am," she said kindly, "please take my seat." The woman blinked at her, surprised. "Oh, thank you, dear. You're very kind." Clara smiled. "You look like you've had a long day." The woman sat down carefully. "You have no idea, my dear. My legs don't like standing as much as they used to." What Clara didn't notice was the tall young man sitting just a few feet away, wearing a cap and sunglasses. His name was Graham, and he had watched the entire thing. What no one else knew was that Graham was the son of Eleanor Grace, the very woman Clara had just helped, and one of the richest men in the country. Graham leaned forward and whispered to his mother, "She didn't even know who you were. She just helped." His mother patted his hand. "That's how you know it's real." Later, as Clara wandered off to find somewhere else to sit, Graham followed her. He found her near a snack counter, sipping from a paper cup of water. "Hi," he said. Clara looked up. "Oh. Hello. I saw what you did. For that older woman back there." Clara shrugged. "It was nothing." "It wasn't nothing," Graham said. "Most people would have just looked away." "Well," Clara replied softly, "my mom always told me, be kind when no one's watching. It's when you don't expect anything in return that your kindness really matters." Graham smiled. "That's a good mom." They ended up talking for nearly an hour. Clara had no idea who Graham really was, just a nice man who asked questions and listened closely. "So what do you do?" Clara asked. Graham hesitated. "A bit of everything. I help with family business stuff." Clara laughed. "That sounds suspicious." "Maybe a little," he grinned. Just then, her phone rang. It was a message. "We regret to inform you that the position has been filled. Thank you for your interest." Clara sighed. Another rejection. Graham noticed. "Bad news?" "Just another no. I've been trying so hard to find a job, but nothing." Graham studied her for a moment. Then he asked, "Would you be open to working in hospitality?" Clara blinked. "Like, in a hotel?" "Kind of," he said. "I know someone looking for someone kind, reliable, and smart. You seem like all three." She laughed nervously. "I'm not sure I'd call myself all that." "You helped a stranger without blinking. That counts." They exchanged numbers. Clara left the airport thinking, well, that was unexpected. What she didn't know was that her life was about to change. A few days after the airport encounter, Clara was brushing crumbs off her thrifted blazer and scanning job ads when her phone rang. It was a number she didn't recognize. "Hello," she answered, trying to sound cheerful. "Hi, is this Clara?" said a warm, confident voice on the line. "Yes, speaking. This is Graham. We met at the airport. You gave up your seat to my mother." Clara's eyes widened. "Oh. Hi. I didn't think I'd hear from you again." "Well," Graham chuckled, "you made quite the impression. Remember I mentioned someone who needed help? It turns out that someone is me." Clara blinked. "You?" "I wasn't exactly honest about my job. I help run my family's resort company, Grace and Grove Resorts. One of our boutique hotels just lost their front office assistant. It's a warm place, good people. I thought of you." Clara's heart skipped. "You're offering me a job?" "Well, an interview first," Graham replied kindly. "But I have a good feeling. You're the kind of person we want." Clara couldn't stop smiling. "Wow. Okay. Yes. I'd love to interview." 2 days later, she arrived at the elegant Willowgate Inn, perched between green hills and sparkling streams. The hotel looked like a castle in a storybook. Inside, staff members bustled politely, and guests smiled as they passed through the tall glass doors. Graham was waiting at the entrance, wearing a crisp suit but still the same warm smile. "Clara!" "Welcome." Clara gave him a nervous grin. "I've never been in a place like this." "Don't worry," he said. "Come meet the manager." The interview was more like a friendly chat. The manager, Mrs. Sutton, was kind and impressed by Clara's honesty and gentle spirit. By the end of the day, Graham pulled her aside. "Well?" he asked. Clara bit her lip. "I think I'd like to stay. If they'll have me." "They already do," Graham said, handing her a staff badge. "Welcome to the team." Clara gasped. "You mean it?" "Completely." She started the very next day. Clara quickly learned to greet guests, answer phones, and even fold napkins into little swans. She was a natural. Guests complimented her kindness. Staff smiled when she walked by. But not everyone was pleased. One of the longtime front desk workers, Amanda, wasn't fond of Clara's quick rise. "She just got here," Amanda whispered to another staff member. "She doesn't belong in a place like this." One afternoon, Clara overheard her. She didn't say anything, but her chest hurt. That night, she sat outside the inn on a bench beneath a soft golden lantern. Graham found her there. "Everything okay?" he asked, sitting beside her. Clara hesitated. "Do you think I'm out of place here?" Graham looked surprised. "Why would you ask that?" "Some people think I don't fit. That I don't belong in this kind of world." Graham was quiet for a moment. Then he said, "Clara, you belong anywhere you choose to be. You earned your place by being you. This isn't about fancy shoes or expensive words. It's about heart, and you've got more of that than anyone." Clara smiled, but her eyes were still uncertain. "Why are you being so kind to me?" Graham looked at her gently. "Because you reminded me that real kindness still exists. That not everyone wants something in return. They sat in silence for a bit, the soft sounds of the fountain splashing nearby. Besides, Graham added, teasingly, you make a pretty great swan napkin. Clara laughed. From that night on, things began to shift. Amanda started treating Clara better after Clara helped her when she dropped a tray of drinks in the lobby. The guests continued to adore her. Graham and Clara spent more time together, laughing over late dinners and sharing stories about their childhoods. But just when everything seemed perfect, something unexpected happened. One morning, Clara arrived at work to find Mrs. Sutton looking troubled. She pulled Clara aside. Clara, she said, someone left a complaint at the front desk claiming you were trying to get close to Mr. Graham for personal reasons. Clara's heart dropped. What? That's not true. I'd never. I know, Mrs. Sutton said firmly. I believe you. But we still have to take it seriously. Clara was sent home for the day. Hurt and confused, she sat on the bus with tears in her eyes. That evening, her phone rang again. Clara, it's me, Graham said. I just heard what happened. Please don't let this chase you away. I don't belong in your world, Graham, she whispered. This proves it. No, Clara, he said. It proves that even beautiful places have ugly shadows. But I won't let them pull you down. Clara said nothing. Please, he continued. Don't give up on us. On this. On what kindness started. Clara's fingers trembled. I just need time. Take it. Well, one evening, he asked Clara to go for a walk in the hotel's garden. The moon was full, and the flowers glowed silver in the light. There's something I've been meaning to say, Graham began. Clara grinned. If it's about the lilies needing water, I already told the gardener. Graham laughed. It's not that. He took her hand. You changed everything for me, Clara. You reminded me what really matters. You didn't care who I was, how much money I had, or how many stars the hotel carried. You cared about people. Clara looked down, her cheeks pink. So I wanted to ask. He dropped to one knee. Would you make me the happiest man in the world, and stay in this world we've built together? Clara gasped. Are you asking? I am, he said. Not just to marry me someday, but to keep being my best friend, my partner, and the kindest person I know. Tears sparkled in Clara's eyes. Yes, she whispered. 1,000 times yes. They didn't have a giant wedding with glitter and gold. Instead, they had a garden ceremony behind the inn. Guests wore flowers in their hair. Graham's mother, Eleanor, hugged Clara like her own daughter. Amanda helped arrange the chairs. Mrs. Sutton cried happy tears into a handkerchief. As Clara and Graham walked down the aisle, hand in hand, a little boy ran up and tugged her dress. Miss Clara, he said. My napkin's not a swan today. Clara laughed. Then we'll just have to fold another one together. The boy beamed. Graham whispered, still the best part of the hotel. She smiled. No. Just someone who gave up a seat and found her place. Hello tribe, hope we enjoyed today's story. Please kindly put what you've learned in the comments section. Please remember to hit the like button, share this to your friends and family as well as subscribe to see you on the next one. Bye.